Okay, we will discuss heat transfer in a hollow cylinder. Okay, we will discuss heat transfer in a hollow cylinder. Suppose there is a cylinder, there is a hollow cylinder. Okay, if R1 is the inner radius, R1 is the inner radius, and if R2 is the outer radius. If R1 is the inner radius, R2 is the outer radius, heat transfer in the radial direction, that is perpendicular to the axis of the cylinder, heat transfer in the radial direction, we have calculated in our previous videos that Q is equal to delta T, that is if temperature difference between R1 and R2 is the delta T. Okay, Q is equal to delta T divided by R. This R here is equal to ln of R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi KL. Okay, K is the thermal conductivity, L is the length of the hollow cylinder. L is the length of the hollow cylinder. Okay, this is the, suppose if there is a hollow cylinder, if I cut it in between, if I write its only quarter portion. Okay, if R1 is the radius here, okay, R1 is the radius, if this radius is R2, if this radius is R3, okay, R3. Now heat transfer, if the temperature at the interface, let it be T1, at the temperature at the R1 is T1, temperature at R2 is T2, temperature at R2 is T2, and temperature at, in general we will discuss, further we will go to specific problem. Okay, in general we will discuss if T is, temperature is equal to T1 at R equal to R1, at radius R1. Okay, if temperature T is T1 at radius R is R1. Okay, and if temperature T is T2, T is equal to T2 at R2, R equal to R2, and T is equal to T3 at R equal to R3. Okay, if this is a condition, okay, if this is a condition, then we will calculate heat transfer here. We will calculate heat transfer here for this condition. Okay, Q is the heat transfer in the radial direction. Okay, if I write its electrical analogy, okay, previous what we have discussed only conduction. Suppose if there is a pipe, I have written only its quarter portion. If there is hot gases inside, if the temperature of hot gases is, suppose Ti inside the, if the temperature of hot gases inside the pipe or inside the hollow cylinder is Ti. Okay, if the temperature at this point is T1, okay, if the temperature at this point is T2, okay, if the temperature, it is made up of two layers. This is one layer, okay, this one is the second layer. It is made up of two layers. One radius is R1, another radius is R2. Okay, this is the second layer. Okay, this is the second layer. One radius is R1. If the temperature at this point is T2, T3, okay, and the temperature here is ambient temperature Ta. What happens here is, inside there is hot gases, therefore heat transfer takes place from hot gases to this surface by convection, and there will be convection heat transfer resistance. For the heat transfer there will be resistance here, therefore what, like this I can write its electrical analogy. if you can write correctly the electrical analogy, you can solve the problem easily. Okay, if Ti is the temperature of the hot gases inside the cylinder and there is convection heat transfer from Ti to T1, means due to the convection heat transfer the surface temperature will be lesser. Okay, therefore there is convection thermal resistance between Ti and T1. Okay, that I will call it as RCI or RC1 I will call. Okay, from 1 to 2, 1 to 2 is a layer of a hollow cylinder. It is a one layer of a hollow cylinder. Okay, therefore it is a solid part, therefore there will be conduction, there will be conduction between T1 to T2. Okay, T2, further T2 to T3 again there is one layer, therefore again there will be conduction between T2 to T3. Further from T3 to Ta, that is from this surface to ambient air temperature, there is no layer, means there is a heat transfer from the solid to the fluid. Okay, that type of heat transfer we will call it as convection heat transfer. This one I will call it as R1, this is R2, this is convection heat transfer RC2. Okay, now again if we want to calculate heat transfer, then it is again delta T divided by, if Ti is temperature of hot gases inside, okay, and T naught is Ta is ambient temperature. Okay, if Ta is ambient temperature, then delta T divided by, delta T is nothing but Ti minus Ta, okay, divided by summation of all the thermal resistance in between them, summation of R. Okay, summation of R is nothing but RC1 plus R1 plus R2 plus RC2. Okay, RC1 plus R1 plus R2 plus RC2. Okay, now if we can calculate RC1, R1, R2 and C2, then we can calculate heat transfer. Okay, in general we are discussing now. Okay, specific problem we will discuss afterwards. Okay, in general. Okay, RC1 how to calculate? RC1, if L is the length of the hollow pipe, okay, hollow cylinder or hollow pipe, and if K1, K is the thermal conductivity, if K1 is the thermal conductivity here, K1 is the thermal conductivity of the first layer of the hollow pipe, and if K2 is the thermal conductivity of the second layer of the hollow pipe, and there is convection heat transfer from hot gases to the T1. Okay, for that convection heat transfer, if HI is the convection heat transfer coefficient here at the inside. HI is the convection heat transfer coefficient at the inside. If H naught is the convection heat transfer at the outer surface. Okay, then RC1 is equal to what? It is nothing but 1 divided by HI into AI. Okay, that is from the Newton's law of cooling. Newton's law of cooling is what? Q is equal to HA into delta T. Okay, therefore delta T divided by R is equal to 1 divided by HA, like this. RC1 is equal to 1 divided by HI into AI, because the heat transfer coefficient at the inside is HI and the area is AI. Okay, now we will calculate R1. R1 is equal to, R1 is the conduction heat transfer in a hollow cylinder from 1 to 2. If it is a plain wall, then we will take L divided by K. It is a hollow cylinder, therefore just now we have derived, no, R1 is equal to ln of final radius of between R1 and R2 is between T1 and T2 is R2 is the final radius. ln of heat transfer we are calculating. R1 is the thermal resistance between T1 and T2. R1 is the thermal resistance between T1 and T2. Okay. The radius at T1 is R1. Q is the R1. Therefore, it will be R2 divided by R1. Okay. Divided by 2 pi K into L. Okay. Now, this RC1, actually RC1 should be 1 divided by HI into AI. AI is equal to 2 pi. It is the inner radius. Okay. Inner radius is nothing but inner area of the hollow cylinder. Area of the hollow cylinder will be 2 pi. That is the surface area, not the cross section area, because it is the convection heat transfer. Therefore, we have to take the area of the fluid in contact with its solid. Therefore, that area will be surface area 2 pi R1 into L. Okay, this will be RC1. This is R1. R2 in the similar way. R2 is equal to ln of R2 is between T2 and T3. The radius of T3 is R3. The radius of T2 is R2. Therefore, R2 is equal to ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 2 pi KL divided by 2 pi KL. Okay. RC2 again. RC2 is equal to 1 divided by H0 into A0. Okay. Therefore, 1 divided by H0 into outside area is outer surface area of the cylinder 2 pi R0 R2 into L. Okay. R3 actually it should be here also it should be R3 because R2 is between T1 and T2. The final radius is R3 and if initial radius is inner radius is R2. Therefore, we have to take this one. Okay, if you calculate like this, you will get summation of R. If you calculate all this, you will get summation of R. If you substitute here, you will get Q value. Okay. Okay, we will solve this problem. There is a pipe carrying a stream of, there is a pipe, means it is also a hollow cylinder only. Okay, there is a pipe carrying a stream of 230 degrees Celsius. There is means the temperature inside is 230 degrees Celsius. Okay, there is a stream of 230 degrees Celsius has an internal diameter. This diameter they have given, I will call it as Ti. Inside temperature Ti is equal to 230 degrees Celsius. Okay, and internal diameter of means this diameter is 12 centimeter. Means if I take it its radius R1. Okay, 12 divided by 2 means it will be 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter means 0.06 meter. Okay, and the pipe thickness is 7.5 centimeter. Means this is 6 centimeter. Okay, outer radius, this thickness is 7.5 centimeter. This one is 7.5 centimeter. Okay, thickness of the 7.5 mm. Okay, means this is 6 centimeter, means 60 mm it is. This one is 60 plus 7.5 means it will be 67.5 mm. R2 is equal to outer radius, that is R2 is equal to 67.5 mm. I will not write this is 67.5 mm. Okay, further they have given that, or I will write its quarter portion only, therefore it will be easier to, because there are 2 layers further, those I will write. I will not write complete hollow cylinder, I will write like this. Okay, there is a hollow cylinder, I will write only its quarter portion. Okay, this only portion I will write. Okay, this one radius is R1, that is 0.06 meter. Okay, after that there is one more layer, means thickness of this one only, thickness of this one is 0.7.5 mm, therefore this will be 0.0675 mm. Okay, I will write all in mm only. Okay, therefore if this is radius R1, okay, this radius if it is R2 is equal to R1 equal to 0.06, R2 will be equal to 0.0675 meter. Okay, the conductivity of the pipe, means the conductivity of this pipe is, we will call it as K1. Okay, thermal conductivity of the pipe is 49 meter watt per meter Kelvin. Thermal conductivity watt per meter Kelvin. Okay, convection heat transfer coefficient inside the pipe is 85. Okay, convection heat transfer coefficient inside the pipe is 85, means there is a convection heat transfer here. HI I will call HI, it is equal to 85. Okay, 85 watt per meter square. Okay, their inside temperature is, I will call it as TI, it is 230 degrees Celsius. Okay, then HI I will write here, HI is equal to 85 watt per meter square Kelvin, watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, the pipe is insulated by 2 layers. After this one there are 2 layers. Okay, after this there are 2 layers for the pipe. Okay, this is a pipe. Okay, after this there are 2 layers. Okay, this is one layer and second layer. Okay, there are 2 layers. Okay, the pipe is insulated with 2 layers of 5 centimeter thickness, means its thickness is 5 centimeter thick. Okay, 5 centimeter thick, means it will be, this is 60 mm, this is 67.5 mm plus 67.5 centimeter, this is 60 centimeter, R1 is 60 centimeter, R2 is 67.5 centimeter, R3 we have to add 5 centimeter to 67.5 centimeter. Okay, then it will be 72.5 centimeter, sorry, not 72, it will be 5 centimeter we have to add. Okay, 60 centimeter plus it is 6 centimeter, this one is 6 centimeter plus 5 centimeter, means it will be 11 centimeter plus 0.75, it will be 11.75 centimeter, 11.75 centimeter, but if I write in meter it will be 0.1175. Okay, and again 5 I have to add here, this layer. Okay, this layer will be R3 is equal to this one, if I call it as R3. Okay, this is R3 equal to 0.1175 meter. Okay, this one I will call it as R4. I have to add 5 centimeter for that, means it will be L1, means L1 plus 5, it will be 16. Okay, in meter it will be 0.1675 meter. Okay, these are in meters, don't get confused. They have given in centimeter, you have to convert them into meter, because in this watt, they have given the units for the heat transfer coefficient as well as the thermal continuity. They have given the units as they have given them as meter. Therefore, you have to take them. R4 is equal to 0.1675 meter. Okay. Once you calculate R1, R2, R3 and R4. Okay. Now what they are given? The thermal conductivity of this first layer. This layer, I will call it as, this layer is K1. This is K2. K3. The thermal conductivity of first layer of insulation. This is the first layer of insulation. This one is the second layer of insulation. First layer of insulation K2 is equal to 0.15. Okay. 0.15 watt per meter Kelvin. And K3, thermal conductivity of the second layer of the insulation, it is 0.48 watt per meter Kelvin. Okay, this is the given data. And external heat transfer coefficient, outside heat transfer coefficient is also given, I think, because they have not given ambient temperature. They have not asked to calculate the temperature. Okay, therefore it is not necessary. Okay, now we have to calculate only heat transfer. Okay, if I write its electrical analogy or ambient temperature, they have given. Okay, wait, I will check in the problem. One more statement in the problem is missing, that is ambient temperature is in the problem they have given it. I have missed that. Ambient temperature in the problem statement only it will be there. In the problem only, ambient temperature is equal to 35 degrees Celsius. In the problem only it is given. Okay, and external heat transfer coefficient, outside heat transfer coefficient on the outer surface, and heat transfer coefficient on the outer surface is, and heat transfer coefficient is for coefficient on outer surface, there is space is less, therefore because surface is heat transfer coefficient on the outer surface is they are given in the problem. Okay, it is H0 is given, it is 18 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, this is H0. There is a heat transfer coefficient of 18 watt per meter square. The ambient temperature is 35. Okay, now I will rub the problem because there is no space here to solve the problem. This one is included in the problem. Okay, H0 is given, H0 is 18. Okay, that you include. Now we will solve the problem. Okay, I will rub the problem. Every information I have written in the sketch only. Okay, in this sketch only every information I have written, therefore it is not necessary this even this. Okay, I will write its electrical analogy. They have asked to calculate heat transfer and overall heat transfer coefficient, temperature at the interface. Okay, that also I will write in the problem. It was there. To find is heat transfer Q. You have to calculate T1, T2, T3. Let this be T1, temperature at this surface. Okay, let this be T1, temperature T2. Okay, sorry, this be T1, this one T2. Let this be T3, and T4. You have to calculate T1, T2. Temperature at radius R1, let it be T1. Temperature at radius R2, let it be T2. Temperature at radius R3, let it be T3. Temperature at R4, radius R4, let it be T4. Okay. These are the 4 temperatures that we have to calculate. Okay. And we have to calculate U based on the internal surface area and U based on the outside surface area. Okay. That is Q is overall heat transfer coefficient. Okay. First we will calculate Q. Okay. Q is equal to, what is Q is equal to? Q is equal to, we know, delta T divided by summation of R. We will calculate, I will write its electrical analog A, therefore it will be easier. Okay. I will write its electrical analog here. Inside the temperature is 230. This surface temperature is T1. Inside temperature is Ti, that is 230. Okay. From that to T1. Okay. T1. There is a convection heat transfer with convection heat transfer coefficient 85. Okay. This I will call it as RCI. RCI. Okay. Further, from T1 to T2 there is conduction heat transfer, therefore I will call it as R1. Okay. From T2 to T3 again there is conduction heat transfer in the second layer. Okay. I will call it as R2. From T2 to T3 to T4, T3 to T4 there is conduction heat transfer in this layer, that I will call it as R3. From T4 to TA, from T4 to TA, that is ambient temperature, there is convection heat transfer, I will call it as RC0. Okay. Now if I calculate R1, R2, R3, as I have discussed in the previous whatever just now I have discussed, we can calculate Q. Delta T is Ti minus Ta, that we know. Only thing we have to calculate summation of R. Summation of R is equal to RCI, or I will write it as RC2 and here this one as RC1. Okay. RC1 plus R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus RC2. Okay. RC1, how to calculate? RC1 is a convection heat transfer coefficient, therefore RC1 is equal to, I will write here, RC1 is equal to 1 divided by Hi into Ai. Okay. Hi is, we know, this one 85. Okay. 1 divided by 85. Ai is 2 pi into R1 into L. R1 is 0.06. Length they have given in the problem. Length of the pipe. Length of the pipe has been given in the problem. It is 5 meter. Okay. Length of the pipe is 5 meter. Okay. It is given in the problem. I think I have missed that also. Length of the pipe is 5 meter. Okay. Length of the pipe is 5 meter. Therefore, I will write here. It is like this: 1 divided by Hi into 2 pi R1 into L. Okay. The same thing I have written here. Hi is 85. R1 is 0.06. That I have to write now. R1 is equal to 0.06. 0.06 into L. Into L is equal to 5. Okay. If I calculate this one, I will get RC1 as, okay, if you calculate this, you will get RC1 equal to, okay, individually I have not calculated, I have calculated summation of R only. Okay, therefore I cannot write here RC1. Okay, in the similar way R1, you calculate this one, you will get RC1. Okay, in this 5 centimeter I have to convert it 5 meter is there. No, okay. Now I have to calculate R1. R1 is equal to ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 2 pi KL. Okay, R2 you know, R1 you know, R2 ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 0.0675, R1 ಗೊತ್ತದ 2 pi ಗೊತ್ತದ, K1 into L, K1 into L. Okay, you substitute and calculate R2. Okay, R1 and R2 is equal to ln of R3 divided by R2 divided by 2 pi K2 into L. Okay, R2 is between T2 and T3. Okay, therefore ln of T3 is at radius R3, T2 is at radius R2, therefore ln of R3 by R2 divided by 2 pi KL. You know R3, you know K2, everything you know, you can calculate. Okay, now R3 is equal to ln of R4 divided by R3 divided by 2 pi K3 into L. Okay, you substitute and calculate this. Okay, I have not individually, I have not calculated, together I have calculated. Okay, this is the electrical analog you have to write, those are the individual. In the similar way, RC2 you will get, you can calculate as 1 divided by H0 into A0. Okay, A0 is 1 divided by H0 into 2 pi R4. Okay, R4 into L. This is R4. This is R4. Okay, R4 into L. Okay, you will get this one RC4. You know 2 pi R4 L, all value you know. If you calculate all this, if you add the summation, and if you, I will rub this one. If you substitute here, Q is equal to, you get Q is equal to Ti minus T0, Ti minus T8 divided by summation of R. You will get Ti ಗೊತ್ತದ್ರೆ Ta ಗೊತ್ತದ divided by summation of R. If you do, you will get Q value as 1234.06, 1234.06 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, sorry, watt per its unit will be watt. Okay, this much watt will be its unit. Okay, watt per 5 meter, like that also you can write, because the length of the pipe is 5 meter. Okay, watt per 5 meter length, 5 meter length, or because the length of the pipe is 5 meter, even if you don't write, it is understood. Okay, now we have to calculate, next what they have asked to calculate T1. How to find T1? Okay, I will tell you again. Q is equal to, Q remains same, that is the important point here. Q remains same. If I write Q is equal to Ti minus Ta, then I have to write thermal resistance between Ti and Ta. It is like this. Whatever the previous electrical analogy, we have to write now all the thermal resistance in between that. Okay, if I write only Ti minus T1, I have to write only thermal resistance between Ti and T1. Okay, that is RC1. Okay, it is like this. There is T1 Ti. Okay, after that there is RC1. After that there is T1. After that there is T2. Okay, this is R2. If you take only Ti and T1, then you have to take the thermal resistance in between that. If you take Ti and T2, you have to take the thermal resistance. You have to temperature difference gradient ಯಾವುದು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ರಿ, ಅದ್ರ ನಡುವಿನ resistance ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Okay, previously I took Ti and Ta, therefore I took all the thermal resistance. Okay, therefore here you know Q value, here you know RC1, you have calculated here. You can calculate Ti ಗೊತ್ತದ್ರೆ T1 you can calculate. Okay, here Q value you know, RC1 you know. If you substitute Q value as 1234.06, RC1 whatever value you get, you substitute here, you can get T1. T1 you will get it as 223.220 2.3 degrees Celsius. Okay. In the similar way, how to find T2? This is the electrical analogy. I have taken only part of it. Okay. There are few more resistance are there. Okay. Now, if I write Q remains same, that is important. If I take T1 minus T2, I have to take thermal resistance in between that is R1. Okay. R2. Thermal resistance between T1 and T2 is R2. Okay. T1 and T2 is R2. Here, if you substitute Q, we know Q remains same. That is 1234.06. T1 just now you have calculated. R1 you will calculate like this. Sorry, R1 this one. R1 you will calculate like this. Okay. Then you will get T2 is equal to 222.2. Okay. 22.2 degrees Celsius. Okay. In the similar way, Q is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by R2. If you calculate R2, you will get T3 is equal to 77.04. 77.04. Okay. In the similar way, if you calculate, you will get T4 equal to T4. You will get it as, I will drop this one. We have calculated interface temperature. We have calculated heat transfer. Okay. Now we have calculated T4. In the similar way, if you calculate, you will get T4 as 48.03 degrees Celsius. Okay. All are degrees Celsius only. Now we have to calculate overall heat transfer coefficient based on inner surface and based on outer surface. Okay. We will calculate what okay. Q is equal to, we know what is overall heat transfer. Q is equal to UA into delta T. That is U. Okay. Based on inner surface, Q gottadare. Based on inner surface andre A badli AI ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರೆದು. Based on outer surface means based on, we know this one. We know that Q is equal to based on inner surface means what we have to write? Q is equal to UAI into delta T. Okay. AI means 2 pi R1 into L, that is AI. Okay. Therefore, U is equal to U based on inner surface. I will call it as inner surface. Q divided by 2 pi R1 into L into delta T. Okay. Delta T is you can take any delta T. Okay. Delta T you can, delta T is equal to not any delta T, overall heat transfer coefficient. No, you have to take Ti minus Ta only. Delta T here you should take it as Q divided by 2 pi R1 L into Ti minus Ta. Okay, you will get, if you substitute here, you will get Uy. Uy you will get it as 3.357. Okay, 3.357 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, based on outer surface means. Okay, that also will do. Based on outer surface means ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ Uy ಬದಲಿ U0 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Ai ಬದಲಿ A0 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Okay, A0. Okay, outer surface. Based on outer surface means, therefore U0 is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ Ri ಬದಲಿ R4 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. R4. Okay, R4 it will be, you will get Q value. You have to substitute this. If you calculate, you will get, based on outer surface you will get U0 is equal to, based on outer surface you will get U0. Okay, that is equal to 1.203 watt per meter square. Okay, tell me.